Hello, Leo. Thank you for tuning into your love read. I apologize for my voice ahead of time. Um, for the main part of the read, I'm using the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marquis, illustrated by Scott Murphy. For the supportive oracle cards, I'm going to use the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. I already shuffled relationship first, single second, and oracle cards come out where necessary. That's an interesting. What is happening here? All right. You got the Six of Swords at the bottom here. I'm going to put out some oracle cards. You have an extra row here. Why do you have an extra row? Or extra spot? We'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. But I almost feel like this is the after effect of whatever's going on. We'll find out in a minute. I'm just kind of like shocked that there's I usually put out 6, but 7 popped out, and I almost moved it, but I got like that I shouldn't. That I should just leave it there and find out what it is at the end. So I have a little perplexed moment here. Now, this is first. You got the Star card for where you're starting out. You got a lot of hope for the situation. You got a little hope for the situation. Okay. And your partner is trying to balance things out. They're balancing out a few things. I feel like they're balancing things out that you might not be aware of. I don't know if that's really good or bad. You have a lot of hope for the situation, but your partner seems to be balancing things that you're not aware of. I'm not really sure if that's good or bad, because I feel it's very dry. Like it's just kind of like there's no emotion with it. I'm not sure why that is. Like they're balancing out things that you seem to not be aware of, that they feel like are just like it just feels very dry. Like there's not a lot of, it feels like there's not a lot to hold on to here. Like it's stuff that's slipping away from them. Okay, so that's what that's about. So they're balancing things out. Certain things are slipping away from them. You're not aware of this, but you're very hopeful about the situation. Yeah, I don't feel like you're realizing why your partner's reacting to you in certain ways. I feel like you're just taking it as if it's their personality, but there's something they're trying to hold on to that's slipping out of their fingers. This seems to be a big piece about where this is starting from, because I feel like you're very optimistic, and that's a great thing. You got a lot of hope, but it's not knowing what they're going through, what's actually happening, that they're losing hold of, that seems to be really the kicker here that starts to really move things forward. Okay. Now, all right, so these are the things that are the challenges. What is happening here? I just want to be careful because I'm seeing something here that I'm thinking maybe I'm not comfortable with the other side. I'm not comfortable with what I'm seeing on that side, but I want to be sure before, because it's a general read, but still I know that people connect to these things quite strongly, so I want to be sure before I start getting into certain things. You have, see, now I'm pulled over here, so I'm going to have to go with this. I'm trying to avoid it. This is what I feel like is kind of causing conflict, because I feel like this is outside of you. I'm getting your partner's dedicated to something else. It's the Two of Cups. It could be another person. This is causing a lot of conflict. It could be another person. I feel like you have to take it with a grain of salt, because I'm getting, they're balancing things you're not aware of, but if this is another person, the other person is kind of walking away from them and is deciding that this is not acceptable to them. They're fighting with that person, trying to keep them involved and engaged with them. But I feel like they might be losing that situation. Yeah. Now, again, You're feeling like the situation here with this person is getting better because you're not aware of what's happening. And I also get, like, you also have the Eight of Swords here. You have your own restrictions outside of the situation. I'm getting there's kind of like a problem here. But you're feeling very restricted about what you can do about it. This seems to be outside of the relationship too, but your side, when I get on your side with the Eight of Swords, is trying to make it work out. You're trying to be dependable, you're trying to make it work out. But you have a lot of other responsibilities that are blocking you from being too involved. I feel like you're not involved with your partner as much as you'd like to be. And I feel like this is causing you stress. You'd like to be more involved with your partner. Take that other part with a grain of salt, because I do want to say, yes, it's the Two of Cups. And I get that that's a lot of times a love interest. But this could be something where somebody is dedicated to like a side business. They could be, it's like a hobby or something like that where it's taking up a lot of their time. I'm seeing like friendships. For some of you, this is about a friendship your partner has that person doesn't like you. And they're kind of pulling away from their friend because they don't like this relationship. That's interesting. So this does not have to be romantic. This is definitely somebody, though, who's causing stress on your relationship that's very important to your partner. So I do get that. They're pulling that through even stronger now. Somebody on your partner's side that means a lot to them, putting a lot of stress on your relationship. You're not seeing it, though. It could be, yes, it could be that affair thing. I don't feel as strongly about that as I do like somebody who means a lot to your partner causing stress on the relationship that you're not aware of because they don't seem to like you for whatever reason. Now, and your partner seems to be trying to balance this out and trying to keep the other person engaged, trying to circumvent or kind of smooth over the situation. I feel better with that, I have to be honest with you, because I didn't feel comfortable with the other version there where there could be a challenger. Granted, that could be the situation you have to decide for yourself, but there's definitely something here. Somebody else doesn't seem to be wanting to be a part of this situation, and they're trying to pull out, and your partner is trying to keep them involved. That I'm very strong with. I'm just not liking that connection there. I'm just not comfortable with it. I don't like it. I just feel like this is a problem. I feel like your partner's trying to keep this person engaged. I feel like they're very active with that. They're feeling like this is what they need to do. They got the Queen of Wands with the Yes card. They're feeling very heart connected to this person. Whoever this person is, this is really weighing on this situation. So I hope I'm getting this right, because I want to slow down a little bit. Whoever this person is means a lot to your partner. They do not want to give them up. They do not want to accept the verdict that the other person seems to be handing down. They're trying to step away from it. They don't want anything to do with the whole situation. Your partner's trying to hold them into it, trying to not let them go. And I'm not sure that's going to work for them, though. Because I'm getting like the yes here is like certain things are going to come out in the laundry here. Whatever the problem is, I feel like it's about to come out. Whichever way it's going to be. It's weird because this is connecting forward to the Tower on your partner's side. Like your partner's not expecting the truth to come out. The yes is telling me it's going to come out, but I feel like it's the frustration of the other party. The frustration of the other party is going to pull this forward and bring the truth out. Because of that, I feel like you're very kind of like, what is the deal here? You've got the Eight of Cups. You're looking at this situation like, I feel like you're kind of like taken back about it. And you're just like, I had no idea that was going on. I had no idea that much adversity or whatever's happening was happening. And I feel like it's making you step back and really like look at the situation like, Like, why is this happening? I feel like if it's somebody who has adversity towards you, you're really trying to look at it like you're trying to understand like why and like what you're supposed to do about it. If it is an affair, like I understand for some of you it will hit that way. I get that. I don't know why I'm so strongly trying to steer away from it. Because I constantly like questioning it every time it comes up and I don't want to spit it out. But they're telling me to spit it out. So I'm gonna. For those of you it is, I feel like you're really like, should I just cut ties and go? Should I just let it be done? But you're not taking this lightly. Like you don't really just want to be like, all right, then we're done. You're kind of like looking at it like, how did I not see this happening? And you're stepping back and you're really honestly thinking about this like, is this salvageable or should I be walking away? Is that the right thing to do right now? I feel like for a lot of you, if you're hitting that situation, there's other people involved and it's going to change lives, and that's why you're like, you're really taking a very strong look at this, like what should I really do about this? Either way, whichever way this is hitting for you, you're not taking it lightly, and you are pondering on it a little bit. Now, when this card first popped up, like I don't know if I can do it on camera. That's the Page of Pentacles. If I could tip him back, I don't know if you could see. There's like a blemish on his cheek. I don't know if I was looking at it just at the right angle. Maybe you won't see it in the camera. I don't know. But it's making me feel like this is really like, you're feeling like you have egg on your face, like you've been made a fool of. But you have to get more information here, which you're not just, I feel like you're kind of like, it's like being caught with your pants down. You're just like, there's nothing, you have no words for it. You're just kind of like, what? Like, what? And because you're so shocked about it, you're purposely asking more questions, going to other sources. You want to know really what's going on here. Whether it's somebody on the outside, on your partner's side, that has a problem with you, if it's that, then you're going around whoever knows that person trying to understand exactly what the problem is. Is it fixable? If it was an affair, you're trying to find out how long it's been going on. What does it really mean? What does this person really want from your partner? Does your partner prefer them over you? Why did this even happen? You're not settling for the quick, oh, that's what's happening, so this is how we react. You're not accepting that. You're like, why? What is happening? How did it get here? What's the issue? I just feel like you're kind of aggravated and you want more answers. You're just not happy with it being, oh, well, that's the situation. Well, this is how I react. As far as you're concerned, that's not good enough. Why is it happening? How long has it been happening? Like, you want more information. That's what I feel like, because of where this is popping up, you're a little bit aggravated. You're kind of demanding more information to understand what exactly is happening here. And you got the Chariot here. You were charging forward to get those answers. I was curious how this card was going to hit, but they're telling me you're actively pursuing it. You're demanding to know. You're demanding to get these answers. You're not settling for just like, oh, that's what's happening, then this is how I react. Not good enough. You want to know the details. You're demanding the details. And I feel like your partner is kind of like, they're being elusive. And I feel like that's why you're like, you've been elusive too long about this same situation, and I don't want another line about it. It feels harsh, but I feel like that's how you're looking at it. Like, I feel like you're being elusive, and I haven't been getting the truth all this time. I'm going to go other places to get the truth because I'm going to know exactly what's really happening here. And, like, your partner has that moon on their side. Like, they're feeling a little nervous. They don't want you to really know all the details. So they're trying to, like, divert your attention a little bit. I don't feel like it's working, though. It's not working, in fact. Now, what's here? On your partner side, you have the Judgment card. And it feels kind of like justice, but like, no. I feel like they're saying judgment is in your partner's favor in the sense of like, this needed to come out. Whichever way this was happening, this needed to come forward. This is going to create a change. It's judgment in their favor in a way of like they've been living a lie about whatever this is. Whichever way this is hitting, there's been a lie going on about it. Judgment in their favor is like they're no longer allowed to live that lie. This is actually in their favor because that was really bad for them. That was really, really bad. It was really causing stress. And they're being held to it. I'm getting again with this Six of Swords at the bottom. Like something here is moving on, and I feel like the lies are moving on. They're not allowed to live in that moment anymore. They can't. You're not allowing it. You're not accepting it. You're pushing forward. And I feel like this is really an issue. You're not happy. You're really, like, you're not going to allow that again. Now, where are we going here in the future is my question. This has caused a big problem for obvious reasons. And I'm going back and forth between the two. Whether it be somebody on your partner's side who has a problem with you that means a lot to them, and they've been lying about it, not telling you the truth about what's happening there, or if they have been having an affair, whichever way it's been, you're finished with that whole situation. In other words, whatever's been going on over there in a private way, that's done. You will not accept it. You will not allow that. If it's somebody on the outside that has a problem with you and it's damaging your relationship, you're directly confronting that person and you are putting everything in perspective about how it's going to be handled going forward. In the sense of like, if it's somebody outside the relationship that's a friend or an acquaintance of your partner, you're directly confronting that person is what I'm getting. And you're telling them, if you have a problem with me, then tell me. Don't do this to my partner. Don't give my partner all of this guff when it's me you have the problem with. If you have a problem with me, then tell me. Then come to me. You don't have to do that to my partner. You can just come right to me and tell me exactly what you feel. Trust me. I can handle it. And if you can't handle dealing with me, then just keep your mouth shut, period. Wow, that was a little strong, but that's how it's coming through. Like, I feel like you're not tolerating it. You're like, I'm not going to do this. You're not going to give my partner hell when you have a problem with me. Because I will find out about it sooner or later. And next time it's going to be even worse. So you have a problem, then say something to me. Now, if it's the other situation, I might not drink for this. If it's the other situation where there was somebody else your partner was having an affair with, if that is the case, I think I'm really like leery about that, but if that's what it is, you're making sure that that's, you're not tolerating that either. Not that you should. But I'm curious because I'm getting, you're eliminating the competition. Now, I'm getting they want it out of this anyway. If that's the case, they're telling you they're out and you're telling them you're dang right you're out and stay out. I'm getting, whatever is happening here, you're not even anywhere near the mood about being nice to anybody. You're like, there's no reason to be nice to people. This has been going on behind my back. Either somebody's been saying stuff behind your back, or this person is like the third party influence. You're like, either way, there's no reason to be nice to you. You need to just shove off and go away. You're first taking care of that directly, is what I'm getting. Excuse me. And then your partner, you're dealing directly with your partner. This gets really confusing because your partner has the Six of Pentacles. I'm getting like your partner is trying to be, they're trying to mend the fences. They're trying to fix the situation with you. But I don't feel like you're really, like, I feel like you're not letting that happen easily. The first thing that happens is the Devil card between the two of you. I feel like your partner's trying to be very accommodating, they're trying to be very apologetic about whatever's going on. But I don't feel like you're okay with that. And between the two of you, I'm getting like you're very angry and they're being very apologetic. I just bit my tongue. Is that true? Are they gonna be good? Right. I hate that when I bite my tongue. It's like a regular thing lately. Are they being apologetic? Alright. Maybe that's why I bit my tongue. Alright. I try to consider all the people watching. I think that's why. I'm saying apologetic, but the word that's popping into my mind is they're lying. They're lying to you. And I feel like you're knowing it. I feel like you have enough information, you gathered enough information, you know things they don't know you know. And you're confronting them. You got the world card, that's over, you're done with it. You're done with it, we're not going through this again. You're confronting them. They're lying to you. And you know more than they realize you know. And you're not showing your cards. And you're just confronting them over and over again, and they're lying to you deeper and deeper. You're getting more and more angry. That's what I'm catching into. That's honestly, I'm getting that the lies are getting worse. I was trying to walk away from it really strong. But that's the way it's happening, though. I feel like they're lying, and you know they're lying. You already know more than they realize. This is becoming a big problem. This could be a potential really bad moment. The reason you're not telling them, the reason you're having a poker face about this, in the sense of like, you're asking them, you're confronting them about things, and they're lying to you, and you're not calling them out on the lies because you're thinking there's more. And you're trying to dig deep and see how deep these lies go. Because if they're lying about this one thing, what else are they lying about? And you're trying to get deeper and deeper and deeper. And until you hear the truth about what you do know, you're not trusting what the other things they're saying either. And I feel like this is going to go back and forth. Like, you're going to keep finding out more information, and you're just digging deeper and deeper, because I feel like you're really aggravated, really angry. You're pissed. Let's be honest. You're ticked right off. And I feel like there's like good reason for it here. This conversation, I don't feel like is a single conversation. And I feel like it's kind of like you're going to wait after this conversation, because I don't feel like you're letting your partner know. I don't even feel like at the end of that conversation you're showing your hand. I don't feel like you are. You're taking what you learned from that conversation, because you know what they're lying about, but they're telling you other things. So you're checking out these other things, and you're trying to unearth other lies, because you're getting really aggravated about it. The wait here is telling me that you're waiting out more, and that this argument is like ongoing, off and on. And this page, like, I know that page looks very, like they're smiling, but I'm getting that's kind of like you're getting information from other sources, and you're thinking things through, because you're deciding what to do next about this. This feels like a very harsh reading, I have to be honest with you. The way this is ending, I feel like you're definitely, you're making sure what you're hearing is the truth. Hearsay is not good enough. You're finding proof. You're going through, when they're lying to you, that's partly your proof. When you have more than two people acknowledging certain things, that's your proof. Like, you're going through a lot here to make sure what you're seeing is the actual honesty of what's happening. And I feel like you're getting more and more angry and upset with your partner. This is a problem. Like, this is, and I feel like you're waiting it out to make sure you know what you're talking about before you make any decisions. But in truth, when you get to that part where you're ready to make a decision, you've got a lot behind you. Like, you're sure about what you're doing when you do make a decision. You have a lot of proof. I don't feel, if this is hitting with you, you're not taking anything just like, oh, it seems like that's what's happening, so this is how I'm reacting. That's not what's happening. I feel like you're really digging in, and you're making sure what you're seeing is actually happening. Are we good? All right. That's the relationship, Leo. Again, it's a general read. Take it for, like, this is either hitting or not. And even if it is hitting, like, take it with a grain of salt. Like, make sure that your life is conducive with this. I was so trying to walk away from that, but I don't know. I'm definitely a reader that tells you what I'm seeing in the cards, so I guess people can value that. I don't feel the need to really, like, put forth a cream, what do you call it, cream center ending. a candy cake ending. I don't know how to say it. A Disney ending. There you go. If it's not really there. So, sorry. I feel bad about it. I really do, because I'm just like, I'd like that to go better, but I feel like that's a rough situation. I really feel kind of like, ugh. So hopefully that works somewhere in your benefit. Maybe knowing what's there, seeing it before it happens, getting that backup information. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe realizing you need to get that backup information so you know when your partner's telling you the truth and when they're not. Of course, it is a general read, so hopefully the best happens for you, and maybe that doesn't happen for you. All right, so for Leo singles, messages for single Leos, empowering information helps them move forward in the way they want to. This card wants to even pop right off. Single Leo. You got the World card here for where you're standing. I feel like you're going to a spot where you're ready to actually not only start a committed relationship, but you're looking for, like, you're done with the dating scene. You don't really want any part of that anymore. And I'm wondering if that's conscious or subconscious, what I'm seeing here in the future. Now, the bottom card that I'm seeing here is the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you're ready to really, like, you're looking at the situation, like you're looking for that relationship where you can have that that family life or that home life where it's very stable, somebody who can depend on, who feels the way you feel, somebody who also values what you value. But I'm getting you want that very strong, structured home life. And I'm also seeing, like, there's somebody here in your environment that you're already considering, like, this is a good match for this. Somebody who's very strong with communication, someone who seems to offset you in the sense of, like, you're trusting of this person to tell you how they feel and to help you keep on track with your long-term goal. I feel like this is a person who's very vocal to you. And, like, if you agree on a destination together, they will not hesitate to let you know if they feel like you're doing things that would derail that long-term destination. Long-term destination, if I can spell it out. And for this situation, you like that. Because you want somebody who's going to, like, be that sounding board that's going to let you know, hey, we have this long-term goal. If you do this right now, for example, if you buy this RV, we're not going to be able to go over there. Like, that's going to either push that goal way out or eliminate it altogether. And we agreed that we wanted this long-term goal over here, so I really don't think you should be buying this RV. Like, those type of things. Like, this person will come and they'll challenge you, but you want that. You like that because there's long-term goals that you want to achieve, and you're realizing if you have this challenge, you have that much more of a chance of success with them in your life because they will step in and challenge you that way. All right. Now, who's going towards who? Are you going towards them? Are they coming towards you? All right. Now, that's weird because I'm not getting like you're going towards each other. Like, how does this happen then? Because I got the... How is this... Like, give me that again. Are you going towards them? I feel like they're sort of coming towards you. I'm getting like one person like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Like, it's one of those things, back and forth. Like, I almost feel like it's like if for like a year from now, if you were to ask, if somebody were to ask the both of you who made the first move, you would both point at each other like, oh, he did, or oh, she did, or they did, or you know what I mean? It wasn't me who made the first word, it was that one. You're both like, no, it was you. Like, I feel like it's like you're both kind of like doing this thing. I don't feel like anybody's really making the solid first move. I feel like it's back and forth. Kind of inching closer and closer. Interesting. It's very interesting. But I feel like you're both drawn to each other. It's almost like you're both drawn to each other, but you're both kind of like pulling back at the same time. Because I feel like you each challenge the other. However they challenge you, you challenge them in a different way, but they kind of like and don't like that challenge at the same time. I feel like you kind of equally see the value and don't like the challenge from each other. It just kind of goes back and forth like that. But in the center, I do see the Two of Cups with the Page of Wands. You are coming together. It's almost like opposites attract type feel. And there's a lot of passion, a lot of fireworks is what I'm getting. And the Page of Wands is making me feel like when you're actually working conducively together, it seems to work out. When you both have the same goal in mind, it seems to work out. But I'm also getting, it's when the goal is defined and where you both know where you're going, that's when it works well. When things aren't predefined about where you're going, that's where you have some problems. Because the Page, is there anything else with the Page? I do feel like you like each other. Like, that's not the question. It's just when you work well together, you work very well together. When you don't have the same point of view, if you haven't already agreed on the same point of view, that's when it gets rough. That's what I'm getting with this Page here. Like, I feel like you can really get along very well, but it's based on communication. It's based on equal dedication to a goal. Agreed goal. When the goal is agreed upon. There we go. Alright, they're telling me to move on from that, so I'm going to do that. Now, I don't feel like this is the first go-around with working or dealing with this person. Is that true? Okay. I feel like you guys have had another incident or something where you've worked well together before. But I feel like there's also been adversity before. I just feel like in the past it's gone better. Until you realize the differences you had, and then it kind of... Is that right? What am I saying with this? I just feel in the past you were both more optimistic about working things out or finding a way to work through each other's challenges. And I feel like you might be also looking at the past like you have worked it out better in the past, feeling like the future has a chance because of that. I'm just getting there's a good moment in the past where you guys have worked together well in the past. Is there anything else with that? No? You're standing with the World here, though. I feel like you're ready to commit to try this. Like, I feel like you really want to commit to this, to really try this out. You're feeling like this is worth it. Like, no pain, no gain is what I'm feeling here. Which is funny, because I feel like this person, there's a lot of passion, but they're a pain in your butt sometimes, but you very much love them sometimes. So, it's kind of like no pain, no gain. Like, you feel it's worth it. Now, the passion here hits, you're going through this. I feel like you get in the future here a little farther. You're starting to question whether this is really a good idea. But the angel card that's kind of reinforcing this is saying you are ready to do this. This is worth it. This is definitely worth trying. And I feel like you're looking at the situation like it's going to take a lot of strength on both sides to make this work out. You're really going to both have to try to make it work out. But I'm getting you're ready, like the other person is also on board with that. So I feel like the you're ready is saying that not only are you on board with it, so isn't the other person. Excuse me. Is that right? Okay. Now, as we're at the end here, did I touch all the cards? Almost. You've got the Ten of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Improving Health. Alright, so Ten of Cups, I feel like you're coming together quite strongly. The Ten of Cups is, I feel like you're having a lot of support from people around the two of you. Now, with the Hierophant, like, I feel like the two of you are already working work out. I feel like you have the support of the people around you, and that's part of like the good. But the challenges that are still there, you're working. The both of you are equally working to make it work out already. And they're telling me with the improving health, it's gonna get more. I don't know if I want to say easier going forward, but you guys are gonna get more used to it going forward. It is gonna have an adjustment period, and I am getting here with the environment. Your partner has the Six of Pentacles. Now I feel like that's kind of like they're feeling like you're relenting or giving them a break on certain things, and they're also being conducive and they're giving you a break on certain things. So I feel like you're both kind of relaxing. You're both letting things go that would normally maybe trigger you to say something or trigger an argument or trigger a fight. I feel like you're both kind of like relaxing and you're both giving each other that leeway. Like that's part of the adjustment period here. You're getting used to like what's acceptable, what you're willing to let go, what you're not willing to let go. I feel like you're both kind of like being a little bit more relaxed about the situations and you're being more conducive with the other. It's going to take an adjustment period, but I do see the other person definitely agrees with you and wants to work through this. You both seem to be on the same page. It's going to take some time to get used to it, but I do feel like the nicer you are to each other, the easier this seems to be. So it's getting used to that and getting more into that mindset that seems to be creating more of a longevity here. And I feel like as you go forward, the two of you are going to have to work that out for yourselves, how that's going to actually work. Anything else? All right, I think we're good there. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you'd like a direct reading from me, go ahead and shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.